candidates and other stakeholders alike, while noting that the board is ever ready to provide world-class services to Nigerians. He said the new and improved procedures for the 2022-23 UTME registration will be made available on the board's website, its weekly bulletin, as well as other media outlets on Monday, February 14, 2022. The candidates, according to him, are by this notice urged to follow keenly the procedures for registration as would be announced by the board. The Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, says it will strongly advocate against removing Labour from the exclusive legislative list. NLC President Ayuba Waba said this in a statement entitled Labour on the Legislative Exclusive List today in Abuja. He noted that Labour issues were presently domiciled in the second schedule, Legislative Powers, Part 1, Exclusive List, Item 34. According to him, Labour including trade unions, industrial relations, conditions, safety and welfare of labour, industrial disputes, prescribing a national minimum wage for the federation or any part thereof, and industrial arbitration. He added that for the sake of national interest, security, and industrial harmony, Labour should not be one of the items that should be devolved to the states. The NLC president further said the reasons for Nigeria's relative industrial growth and development and evolution into an investor's haven were partly attributed to its willingness to subject itself to this global order and corpus of international labor standards. President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed the belief that Nigeria's collective future rests on active participation in science and technology. The president spoke today at State House in Abuja, where he conferred the Nigerian National Order of Merit Award for years 2020 and 2021 on 3 Nigerians who distinguished themselves in the field of medicine and science. The recipients were Dr. Oluyinka Olurotimi Olutoye, Medicine 2020, the late Professor Charles Ejike Chidume, Science 2020, and Professor Godwin O. Samuel Ekaguere, Science 2021. Buhari told the recipients to please endeavor at all times to serve as beacons of hope and aspiration for the younger generation of Nigerians, reminding them that our survival and collective future as a nation ultimately rest on our being active participants in global developmental efforts, especially in science and technology. Buhari, in a statement issued by his spokesman, Femi Adesina, added that the integrity of the award underscored the high expectations of the nation that the new recipients, like their predecessors, will continue to hold the banners of creativity and intellectual excellence very high. The House of Representatives has passed for second reading a bill seeking to raise the academic qualification for the seat of President of Nigeria, Governor of a state, and other elective public offices to university degree or its equivalent. The bill, sponsored by the lawmaker Adewumi Onanuga, is seeking to amend the 1999 Constitution and raise the qualification from school certificate to degree or its equivalent. The legislation, which passed first reading on Tuesday last week and second reading this week, is titled A Bill for an Act to Alter the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, Cap C-23, Laws of the Federation, 2004, to review the required educational qualification for election into certain political offices and 4 related matters. Leading the debate on the bill today, Onanuga stated her belief that the proposal, if it becomes law, would, among other things, place more value on education in our nation and its importance when considering politics. Nigeria is set to host the 2022 African Junior and Cadet Fencing Championship, slated for February 23rd to February 27th in Lagos, with continental powerhouses Egypt and South Africa leading the roll call of participating nations. Correspondent Muhammad Sani Uba has details of this and other sports updates.
Nigeria Fencing Federation President Adeyinka Samuel disclosed that Nigeria got the host right at the expense of 6 other countries who also bid to host the championship slated to hold at the Mobolade Okoya Thomas Indoor Sport Hall of the Teslim Balugum Stadium. Other countries billed to feature in the tournament are Ghana, Togo, Senegal, Tunisia, Algeria, Angola, Mali, and Democratic Republic of Congo, among others. In another update, African and Chelsea legend Didier Drogba has taken to Twitter to respond to Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp's comment about the Africa Cup of Nations being a little tournament. Following Liverpool's convincing 4-0 victory over Arsenal in the Premier League last November, Klopp seemed to refer to AFCON as a small tournament. The Red Bulls caused a stir as he described the AFCON as a little tournament after Liverpool's Premier League victory against Arsenal. Meanwhile, Barcelona have announced that Chief Executive Officer Ferran Rivata has resigned from the position for personal and family reasons. In a statement, the club said the resignation will come into effect as soon as a new CEO is appointed. Rivata had been appointed CEO on July 1, 2021 and had served in the club's 2021 to 2026 strategic plan project. In Don Tennis, the Women's Tennis Association, WTA, says Peng Shui's latest interview about her sexual assault allegations does not alleviate its concerns. Peng accused a Chinese government leader in November in a social media post, but it was swiftly deleted and the player then disappeared for weeks. Muhammad Sanoba, Freedom Radio.
The Global News is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the page on our website, freedomradionig.com.
Musa, me kake nema a cikin kitchen?
Masoyiyata, ina son cokali in sha magani.
Masoyina, ka ɗauki comics kawai, ka yaga, sha ka samu sauki.
Haka ne fa, ku yi amfani da comics ma duk kai tari. Comics yana da dextromethorphan da guaifenesin. Kawai ku yaga ku sha, ku samu sauki yana kulele in ka sha. Aha, na samu sauki yanzu. Ina son comics. Comics, kamfani Orange Drugs Limited da ke yin kasuwanci da dilancinta. Maganin zai iya saka kasala. In alamar tarin bata tsaya ba bayan kwana 3, ka ga likitanka. Comics yana kulele.
Welcome back. You're still listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, today reeled out the strategies being taken by the police to stabilize Nigeria's security amid threats in various parts of the country. He explained that the police will undertake a holistic assessment of the current challenges with a view to ensuring the security of the lives and properties of the people. The IGP stated this during the Nigeria's Police Force Conference and Retreat for Senior Officers held in Uyo, Akwa Ibom. He added that he was delighted to note that through these latest leadership initiatives, new focus and orientation are being entrenched into the mindsets of officers of the force, and slowly but steadily, they are marching towards restoring the lost primacy of the Nigerian police while also stabilizing the internal security space. Vice President Professor Yemi Osibanjo described the death of Hanifa Abubakar as a great loss, not only to her parents, but to the country as a whole. Osibanjo made the remarks today during a visit to the residence of the late Hanifa's parents, led by Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje. He stated that the federal government was shocked to hear of the death and apologized to her parents. He further called on the parents to take this as a matter of destiny and continue to pray for her. Correspondent Zahra Zannah reports that the Vice President of Nigeria arrived in Kano as part of the 53rd Annual Conference of the Nigerian Association of Law Teachers. For tomorrow's weather forecast on some cities in Nigeria and parts of Niger Republic.
Kano tomorrow morning will experience clear sky at a temperature of 29 degrees Celsius and later increase to 20 degrees Celsius at noon. Kaduna will experience the same weather condition at a temperature of 18 degrees Celsius and later increase to 20 29 degrees Celsius with sunny sky. Lagos is expected to have some weather condition at 28 degrees Celsius and later increase to 33 degrees Celsius with sunny sky. Abuja will experience partly cloudy sky at a temperature of 21 degrees Celsius and subsequently increase to 34 degrees Celsius. In Niger Republic, Maradi and Zindar tomorrow morning will experience 29 degrees Celsius and later increase to 31 degrees Celsius with sunny sky and gentle breeze. Shamsia Farubella, Freedom Radio.
And on business, Muhammad Abba Abdullahi has updates.
International Monetary Fund (IMF) stated that the Nigerian economy was recovering from a historic downturn, benefiting from government policy support, raising oil prices and international financial assistance. IMF revealed this in a statement issued from its headquarters yesterday in Washington, D.C. According to IMF, despite the recovery in oil prices, the general government fiscal deficit is projected to widen in 2021 to 5.9% of gross domestic product, reflecting implicit fuel subsidies and higher security spending. It's also stated that the consolidated government revenue to GDP ratio at 7.5% remained among the lowest in the world. Meanwhile, small and medium-scale enterprises (SMEs) have been urged to digitize their structures to explore available loan facilities by different banks. The SMEs who currently experience the challenge of access to finance were urged to simplify their process in data gathering and information analysis to get captured. Experts say small businesses do not usually have the capacity and enterprises and expertise to create and maintain proper documentations and financial records at the level and in a manner that will show transparency and efficiency for financiers to extend credits to them. Muhammad Abba Abdullahi, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, following talks with his Russian and Ukrainian